There we go. Hola, hola, ¿qué tal? Bienvenido. Estaba, que acabo de empezar, estaba preparándome. Perdón, perdón. Hola, hola, bienvenido. Yeah, it's time. Anyway, hi, hi, hi. Ohayo gozaimasu. Konnichiwa, konbanwa. Mata tada. Konnichiwa to konbanwa ne. Ma. Sí, buenas tardes, buenas noches. ¿Qué tal, qué tal? Vamos a empezar. Ay, Hajimarimashou. Hajimarimashou. La categoría Japón. Pongo la categoría Japón porque estoy estudiando y hablo bastante. Bueno, intento hablar para practicarlo y suelen aparecer nativos y todo. Depende del día, pero sí. Es decir, yo he visto a una considerable cantidad de gente que tiene estos subtítulos automáticos en español y en inglés. Donde hablan japonés y lo ponen en inglés y en español. Um, ¿También quieres aprender? Pues yo llevo los últimos 95 días. Y bueno, hay más así en el pasado, pero... sí, poco a poco. Si quieres aprender ahora, yo te puedo más o menos echar una mano diciendo por dónde empezar o por dónde no. Eso. Si realmente te interesa. Lo que sí, antes de aprenderlo tienes que saber que es muchísimo. Que es pesadito y hay que ponerle mucho empeño. Hay... Ah, foro arigato gozaimasu. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Gracias por el follow. HF 8分。8分ですよね。8分。5月。¿Sabes más o menos? Ah, bien. El hiragana te lo sabes más. El hiragana es algo que tienes que internalizar mucho. Es decir, como cuando tú ves escrita una palabra en español, enseguida la lees súper fácil, inmediatamente así. El hiragana tiene que ser lo mismo. Eso obviamente a cabo de tiempo, practicando y todo, pero tiene que ser lo mismo. Por ejemplo, yo te puedo decir kono sono ano, América. Kono mono. No, entonces eso no... no. Nanda, yanainda, dattanda, yanakatanda. No, tienes que internalizarlo. Eso es el primer paso. El katakana también, aunque es un poco más pesadito y se usa un poco menos. Ya está. También es que... Hay un montón de recursos. Mira, yo lo que te digo, normalmente se recomiendo. Tengo ahí un Discord, ¿vale? Y tengo un canal que se llama Resources and Stuff. Y si subes ahí tengo guardado como 50 links, no sé cuántos son, de recursos que he estado acumulando a lo largo de los años y que uno puede usar. Son principalmente en inglés, pero me imagino que debería ir bien todo ahí. Righteousness. Una pequeña recomendación, ¿no? Por si te quieres ir mirando más cosas y eso. Y siempre que tengas alguna duda de ahora qué, o qué hago ahora, o ¿Qué me ha servido a mí? Siempre voy a estar aquí todos los días en algún momento. Y en el Discord también me puede decir algo. Aparte de eso, el Discord no está activo. Simplemente lo pongo ahí para, mira, aquí tengo una lista de recursos y me puedes preguntar cosas. Foothold. Accept. Floating. Embrace. Ah, så är det nu. It was to urge as a leader something important. What was it? Exhort that, yeah, recommend. I mean, I kind of. Show encourage and urge. Yeah. Like, I remember this. But. Eso sí, también voy cambiando. Suelo hablar mucho más en inglés y en japonés que en español. Porque no me suele ver mucha gente en español. Así que. Lo aviso, pero. Touch. Sure is. Boundary. Wrong order, but we take those. Setsuna. Right. Tsugi. Oh. Leader. 牛乳の乳ね。ちょっとそれなんだっけ。これですよね。あ、ちょっと。はい。Lo mismo. Humility. Exhort.じゃないですよね。History. 歴史の史、歴史。Leader. I. ね。Love. Gentle. Oh, yeah. Impart. Floating. Accept. Oh, perfumed. Perfumed. Perfume. Not perfume. Perfumed. あ、忘れるね。忘れる。忘れる。忘れる。忘れる。忘れる。なんだっけ。忘れる。忘れる。忘れました。なんだっけ。to forget, but 忘れ。多分忘れる。る。ね。いや、忘れる。平凡でした。忘れる。忘れる。 なるほどね。loneliness。なるほどね。寂しいね。graceful。じいや、こうですよね。ちょっと、自己。はい、こう。と、なんだっけ、他の読み方があります。あ、己。己、はい、それ。scribe。hero。なんだっけ、硬い。硬いね。硬い。ちょっと。硬い。はい。硬い。from Richard. Never mind. So this is from. This was Richard.なんだっけ、もう一度確認したいです。ちょっと待って。ここ。そんな。what the reach yeah. Okay. これ。belonging to. I guess from. Yeah, sure. Again. Oh, beckon. Whoops. Import. And we said this was reach out. On it. You freedom. 謎。はい。面倒ね。暗記。まあ、ちなみにこのソフトの名前は暗記がいい名前ですよね。集中。画面。いや、画面なんだっけ、画面ね。いや、画面なんだっけ、画面。はい。画面 ちょっと変と思いました。画面。画面。画面。なるほどね。画面。はいるる。友高。腕。腕が素晴らしい。あ、こんな冬じゃない。ちょっとこれは他のこれでもはい伸びる。なんか今これを考えていました。でも他のでもこれも覚えましたね。なんか練習などしたことはないんですけど、あ、喜ぶ、喜ぶ、喜ぶ、ね、喜ぶ、喜ぶ、喜ぶ、魔王、はいはい、あ、目的、目的、素敵、は、翼ね、神、か、晴れが、ね、準備、なんだっけ、それ、はい、準備。あ、悔しいね。映画、映画ですよね。はい、間違いない。鬼、鬼が。Ah, son bastantes kanjis. Como. Mira, este método que estoy usando, que se recomienda para este tipo de estudios, o bueno, estudios en general, se llama algo así como space repetition o repetición distanciada, ¿vale? Entonces, básicamente vas recordando las cosas de a poco. Entonces, el primer día ves el mismo kanji como dos veces. El siguiente día lo vas a volver a ver. Después lo vas a volver a ver a los 3 días. Después a la semana. Después a las 2 semanas. Después al mes. Mes y medio. 3 meses. Y después medio año. Y después no lo vuelves a ver hasta el siguiente año. Este tipo de distanciación, ¿no? Para que lo practiques y lo vuelvas a recordar antes de que se te olvides la idea. Y para eso tengo dos métodos, ¿no? Para kanji. Entonces tengo este método que se llama Remembering the Kanji, que te enseña a memorizar kanjis dándole significados de dibujo o de imaginación. Entonces uno asocia a los radicales, ¿no? Ciertas palabras clave o imágenes concretas en las que uno puede armar como pequeñas historias o pequeñas cosas para ver cómo se conecta todo. Entonces uso las dos maneras para ir practicando y memorizándome el kanji. Y entonces uso esa manera y la otra es palabras que veo en internet todos los días, en streams de VTubers, en Twitter o algo, y que las veo, son muy comunes, aparecen siempre, pues simplemente a fuerza bruta. Lo meto aquí y me lo escribo 20.000 veces y ya está. Hello, random. Welcome, welcome. How's it going? I was just explaining some stuff in Spanish about like the kanji practice I'm doing. Sekai. Yeah, welcome to your stream. Welcome, welcome. Sekai. What are you using learning Japanese? Well, right now I'm using Anki, space repetition to memorize. I also, I mean, I just remembering the kanji. I used Tai Kim's grammar guide and a fuck ton of immersion. Being a weeb kind of helps out. Takamoto is my go-to dictionary, but Lawrence's Jiso is also pretty good. What immersion? VTubers, normal streamers, anime, and normal shows, right? So, for example, right now I'm watching on Netflix Terrace House. Good stuff, because which VTubers? Just pick any Hololive one. I used to be really, really into VTubers during height of the pandemic. Right now, not so much. But yeah, like I at one point I tried to watch every single Hololive stream. That's way too much. Then fifth generation roll around. It's like okay, now I'm out. But yeah, anything that you can get your hands on helps. Like at some point, I have a Japanese YouTube account. All right, I put my it's YouTube Japanese. It's completely new, everything in Japanese. And every single English video that shows up, I say do not recommend it to me. To try to trick the algorithm into only showing me. So I sometimes I put the news, I watch the news on YouTube. No, nowadays not so much. There are also podcasts and stuff. Nowadays I'm not doing that as much. Kanna-chan has a VTuber, she speaks English. Yeah, that if they speak English is pretty nice because often they'll try to translate it for you or complement it, and you get a general idea of what she was talking about, and you can pick up words. Also, YouTuber clips are great, but do be careful with the fan translations because they can be a bit off. You started learning Japanese from VTubers 4 months ago. That's great. That's great. For me, VTubers were a great motivation to pick the language back up. But at that point, I already knew a lot of hiragana, katakana, and some basic stuff. Oh, 1 second. なんだっけ。I don't know. Add the words in the note for any kanji deck. Nice. Good stuff, good stuff. In my case, I'll show you real quick. I have this. I every day, whenever I'm doing immersion, I hear up. I look up a new word on a dictionary and I add it to this list. And later on, slowly but surely, I add them to Anki decks. And usually, I do try to put some sort of context here, so I remember in what context I heard the word, so that I cannot remember the meaning of that. Because can have a lot of different meanings and stuff. So I do try to remember the context, and I try to group them. So for example, I remember at one point I had like, okay, these 10 words come from Kimetsu no Yaiba, the anime, right? And in these episodes happen like these things, more or less, because I remember what I watched, right? But knowing that, so for example, kokyu and breathing, right? They'd be like, Mizu no kokyu, shi no kata. like water breathing fourth. Um, or then you have 深呼吸, which is deep breathing, and stuff like that, right? So that's what I do. Like every day, my tabs of I think I can show you real quick. Can I? Yeah, it's just I have every day on my browser. I have like 50 dictionary tabs that later on I have to put onto my memo. It can get a bit tiring, but like when I'm watching the show and I pick up a new word and like I have to look it up. Um, as long as you study every day, even if it's like 10, 20 minutes, and like whenever you're watching, just because of hobbies, right? VTubers or like anime or something, you pick up a single new word, you're making some progress. In my case, I do try to stream every day and do some like reviews, some practice, pick up some words from those memos to try to incorporate them into my vocabulary. Because on some streams, I will try to speak Japanese more like 例えばなんか普通なんというか普通じゃなくて簡単な会話できますから時々配信でいっぱい日本語で話しますね。あの特に日本人コメントしたら私はいっぱい日本語で話したいです。なんかちゃんと私の言いたいことをちゃんと伝えられますのため。You use one accounting to make sure you get to study something every day so that your streak won't get lost. Yes, that's also I got recommended by some friends. They also use that good stuff. 雑談配信とか、雑談配信すごくいいですよね。昨日私として日本人配信者と話した。なるほどね。いいことです。なんか私最近あんまり配信見えませんね。なんかもっと見たいんですけど、大学のせいで忙しくなりました。残念ですけどさ。なんか日本人友達できたらいいなと思いますけどさ。いつかね。Yeah. This one's simple. いいよね。なんか今のちゃんと分かりましたね。すごい。いいよ。必要。必要。はい。それは、必ずと、なんだっけ、これ。はい。いろんな日本語勉強、ディスコードサーバーもある。めっちゃ、なんだっけ、便利かな。便利、はい。ねえ、でも私は、なんていうか、シャイというか、照れてますというか、あんまり参加できません。というか、ちょっと怖い。シャイ、そう。カタカナで。なんていうか、他のことは今思えませんけど、なんだっけ。なんか、すぐ照れてます。でも配信してるんじゃない今。なんか配信で、なんというか簡単と思います。これは私の配信。これは私の居場所というか、私のものですからね。すごく慣れています。ね。でも、ツアーを参加時にね、いや、今、の話題、何の話しますか？配信は、すごく必要。そうですか。まあ、ね。まあ、私は4年間で RTA やね、スピードランという、そうですか。私は逆に、ね、なんか、2はね、VC というか、 その時にね、なんか何も言えない、言えなくなります。なんだろうね。なんか私ね、ここに、例えば話題、あんまり気に入りませんなら、ただ、変われますね。ただ、この感じ面白いね。と、まだ勉強に戻ります。でも、なんか言えますことを、というか、言えますことだけを話していますね。なんか、私は言えますことは全部もう知っています。でも、話題のことは別にね。なんか、例えば、相手は、私は全然知らない言葉を言ったら、ちょっと困りますね。なんか、ちょっと時点で探します。ちょっと変かなかな。なんか私は、なんか言語交換をやりたいと思いまして、アプリをインストールしまして、でも、誰にも話せなくなりました。TFT を終わりました。も残念。はい、お疲れ様でした。最初の、なんだっけ、ゲームの、なんだっけ、どうでしたか？勝った？ちなみにこれは3年。TFT は、Team Fight Tactics。うん、そうそうそう。なんか、なんだっけ、土曜日の、いや、木曜日。木曜日ですよね。なんだっけ。はい、木曜日。友達と、やりますこと。やることあります。うん、はい、私はもう配信前にね、やっていました。でも、ここ11時ぐらいで、なんか、はい、これもうあります。やっていること。やっていること。やること。やっているゲーム。まあね、それ、もっと自然かな。もっと自然な言い方。はい。リーグより TFT やってる。はい。でも、something that I was more trying to say like it's something we do. That's why I was trying to say やることあります。But yeah, I guess we are on the action of doing it every Thursday. でもはい、なんかリーグあんまりやってません、最近。なんか時々アーランだけでね。ランダムミッド、日本語でですよね。日本語のサーバーを、日本のサーバーになんかやってみることあります。バロラントとリーグ。なんか、できますかね。どんなラグがありますかと、気になりましたからとやりました。今、日本に住んでいますか？いいえ。私は、カナダに留学をしています。理由は、なんだっけ。ガンダの、おいおいおい。まあね。まあ、これは、あ、画面、画面。漢字わからない。ねねねねねね。わからない。ルンダムさん、このエクステンションというかがあります。ね、見れ、ちょっと。 I'm gonna teach you, I'm gonna show you an extension that's gonna save your fucking life. Actually, let me. So, I have this extension installed that when you hold shift, it will show you this. No, it's not Rikaikun, it's even better. Um, it's called Yomi-chan. So it will give you like the pitch accent, the reading, and different meanings. And in my case, I even added, just in case, the Spanish definition, and it also gives you names if it were to be a name. It's called Yomi-chan, I believe it was. You have to. It's not the easiest one to install, but it works so much better than Rikaikun, from what I can tell, and it's just so comfortable. So that's exactly what I just did, right? When he was talking, it helps a lot when I'm trying to read chat. It has Anki integration. Yes, it's super good. Like another learner that also does streams and stuff recommended it to me. It's great. There are a bunch of other good, really good learners there out there doing streams and stuff. Lately, I've not been able to watch many streams at all, but yeah, so yeah, 1.2 years. 仲直り to reconciliate, make peace with 順ってなんだっけ、なんかバーンちゃんとちょっと忘れましたか。じゃあ忘れます。こんなこと。はい。It looks very scuffed and tiny, but we did it. はい、順番。危ない。Yeah, dangerous. Es muy interesante solo un poco de inglés, así que... buenas noches. Aquí también es tarde. No, no voy a estar mucho más rato, una media hora más y eso. Buenas noches. Perdón cuando me puse así con mucho japonés, pero es interesante. そうだ、今日の面接はよく言ったと思います。そうですか。なあ、おめでとうと言いたいんですけど、まだ早いですよね。なんか、頑張って。¿Qué dijo? ¿Qué dijo? Él, que su entrevista fue bien hoy. Desde que abajo. Que es un amigo, lo conozco. Pero sí. Nada. Eso. Perdón así por el japonés, pero escuchar japonés también te ayuda, ¿eh? A ir entendiéndolo mejor. No, no debes pasar todo el día. Perdón así que me puse de repente en japonés. 素晴らしい。腕。This is one of those. Bye bye. This is one of those I just brute force. 素敵。あれ晴れが翼。はい。それ。これ。なんかこれからね、漢字なし。これはイントネーションと発音だけで、それはもっと聞き取れますのためです。ためにね。I always said this. This is synonyms keep coming to my head. This is not honky. This is not majime. What is this? Shinken. Oh. Shinken. Every time. Yeah, I don't think actually. Oh, let me change the earnest thing. I don't think earnest helps me there. Okay. My Guzang. Tamani, from time to time, once in a while. Seldom. I really like seldom, yeah. Once in a while, yeah, occasionally. Hayaru. Trendy, right? Becomes popular and stuff. Coming to fashion, nazo. Nazo. Yeah. Fumu. Yapparau. Yapparau. Nagareru. Nagareru. Kiku. Kune. Training, drilling, almost I always think of like military kind of training. Sekai kiroku. Sekai kiroku. This is kind of useful if you ever watch like speedrunners or stuff. Or, like if you follow them on Twitter, um, also helps. It's like, oh, yeah. Sekai kiroku. Sekai kiroku. Kiraku. Tennen. An airhead. But really can also mean natural for like natural gas. Jogen. Conditions. Shinkan. Yeah, this is the serious with stuff. I remember exactly in what context I heard it first. I know I've heard it from there more times, but what context I heard it first? Anime in particular. Tojimari. 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 Kyosetsu. 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 Refusal, rejection. Not in terms of love, I think. Because that's usually they use furareta, fureru, furu, furu. As in to drop. The same for rain, I believe. Handan, handan. Judgment. Yeah. Kuseni, in spite of. Spite of, right? Consent. Zentai, yeah. I hate this because I know it when I hear it. Like I'm just gonna remove it because I know it means whole, but it's hard. I don't remember what context I heard it from and how to differentiate it from other words that mean like similar things. Zentai, yeah. Like there's a lot of words for like whole and right things like those like I I I want to think of others, but right now my head is telling me to say Kigu is like this coincidence. You've only heard it from Hololive, Santai Raibu. Like all talents. Oh, alive with all talents. I dude, actually that's literally the way to that's my favorite way of remembering stuff. Oh, I've heard it from this particular context, but then when you hear it somewhere else, you can make the correlation and be like, oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna remove it because I don't remember the context too much myself. Like whenever I hear it, like I know it. I kind of like, oh yeah, I kind of sort of where because from context it's easy to tell, right? Guzang, coincidence, right? Fortuit, fortuity, fortuity. Yeah. 協力、いや、協力、なんだっけ、協力、はい、協力。Also, yeah, I'm one of the people that care about pitch accent. That's why you'll see me with hands on the. I installed this extension on Anki that allows me to do that. This is yeah, I showed you earlier in the memos, but all of the flashcards I make them manually myself, and I add, which it's a bit more of a pain in the ass, but it helps me remember better because they're not like something I downloaded, right? But that's just me. It's super impractical, much like this. 流れる to flow, really. You don't have it? Nope. Well, I do have this of Matt and Ken's pitch accent one when I decided to look a bit more in depth into pitch accent, but it was like only for the really basic words. It has been rendered useless now because I kind of know them all. Now to get much better at pitch accent, I just need to do more immersion and just get used to it. It's what it is. But yeah, that's like the only one I have. たまに協力、collaboration, cooperation. Cool down, cool down. Training drill practice. 流行る。Whenever I think of kiraku, I immediately think of the kanji ki on raku. So like, oh, it's something about ki and like some sort of pleasant feeling, right? It's like just taking it easy, right? Like it just comes to mind. Shinken. Yeah. Congratulations, you have finished your deck. Is that the actual kanji form? Yes. Kiraku. As you can see. Ki and Raku. You probably can associate this more to like Tanoshi or something, but that's how you. Right? Raku. Raku. Yep. Like a lot of the words I learned by just speaking with this deck, I already kind of know how to write. Or a lot of the when I'm doing kanji practice, I already knew what the word meant or how to read it. It's just like I didn't know how to write it or properly read it every time, right? So usually because it's kind of late, I'd go to bed, but like fucking daylight savings. No, Japanese names are impossible. They can fuck off. uh, if I'm not using um, Yomi-chan, it's impossible. And if I don't hear it or they don't tell me straight up, it's impossible. Like, it's a struggle when you're trying to play a game or like a visual novel or something, and then you get hit with a name. And like, oh, let me look it up on the wiki. Let me look it up somewhere. See what the fuck. Like, cause I have like a visual novel too that I'd like to play on stream or something, right? At some point, I've already tried, and I did get a lot of new words from that, but it's a bit hard. But yeah, whenever you see a new word, a name that they're not reading it to you out loud, they're not voice acting it, and it just shows up. It's awful. Yes, yes, they do. Like it's funny in anime, depending on which one you watch, they when they say their name, oh, 私のなんか何かと言いますねと申します. They'll like spell out the kanji. So specifically right now lately I've been watching Bunny Girl Senpai, really slowly but surely, because whenever they are saying the name, they say before what kanji comes from what, so they know it. Uh, Senpai kanji spelling or something. Nope. But yeah, the show they actually like, oh, it's from this like that, and I'm pretty sure it's also like a somewhat important point. And like, I want to eat your pancreas because they she knows his name but not the uh, kakikata way of writing it. Anyway, let's learn some kanji. With remembering the kanji. I don't know if you know this method. You probably do if you looked into learning Japanese. Um, but yeah, I use both method, brute forcing and remembering the kanji. Elbow. So I'm supposed to believe that this is an elbow. That should be easy. I don't know why I had this kind of image in mind, um, where it's just like arm, arm, and then fist or something. Kotoba body in Discord is pretty useful too for brute forcing. Yeah, I don't know what Discord bot that is. But yeah, brute forcing is not bad. Like, it's because brute forcing at the end of the day, you will really remember and stick. The ones that will stick will be the ones that you'll see often. Oh no! So this term is it's a radical. So it's just teaching you a meaning for the radical, so that whenever you're learning these words, you have radicals to work with to in order to make different stories or little meanings or different ways to remember it or a picture, some sort of imaginary thing that you can associate it. Right. So in this case, it tells you this is gonna be an elbow, and then you have fingers or hand or whatever you want to call it, because it originates from te, right? So you get your hand and your elbow. And it's pay, which is harau ですよね。はい、harau. Cost is private. Yeah, I mean they're gonna differ. It doesn't matter. Yeah, 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 yeah. No, I got it. um, it's gonna differ, but as long as the person itself finds a way to remember it on the long time run, it doesn't fucking matter. It does like I don't care. You can say that this is a fucking lightsaber from Star Wars, and I won't care. If that helps you remember the kanji, go for it. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we're all gonna learn read this as harau, harau to pay, right? So, but it doesn't matter. Speaking of which, let's learn this. Oh, by the way, I have to ask because I when I was looking into things for discourse and stuff to like join, I saw a bunch of discords of like let's language exchange with VTubers and stuff like that, right? Are you one of those? Are those how are those? Because I usually just feel like those are like just full of English speakers trying to learn Japanese instead of the other way around. Um, not like it's a bad thing. You're this. I thought I'd ask about those discourse. You probably know more about those than me, and I wouldn't be opposed to. VTubers, what does this mean? Oh, there he goes. Are more general Japanese learning discourse now VTubers? Understandable. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, I joined like one, like language exchange one, but it was all people speaking English. Like sometimes a guy with a katakana name that is obviously not Japanese would speak with some basic hiragana. It's like, okay. Yeah. Hold これは広ね。広でしたかなんだっけ広いね。広い。これ。広い。But yeah, believe it or not, it says there are people out there that likes VTubers, including me. Hiroshima! Shit. Yeah. Meh. Yeah. I recognize Shima when I see it. VTubers? 何それね。なんか、大空縛る。Sarapekora. You're gonna expose me. I know how to read all of those. Stop. Actually, I probably don't know how to read the uh, Gen X ones, Holo X ones, because I'm not too used to those. I know Laplace, and that's about it. Although to be fair, the scientist cat one, I don't know. She has like this radio news kind of thing that she just talk for like an hour or two. Great for immersion. You've not followed the VTuber meme. It's not a meme. I mean, you're probably not gonna like it. That says it's not for you. I don't think. But it's just another way of streaming. Honestly, like at this point, it's just been accepted as like a completely different way of studying. Well, not studying, as streaming. Jeez. Yeah, it's. Can you imagine? Hiroi. White. No, hiromeru is so hirogaru. I prefer no face, no cam, no nothing. Only crotch? Okay, I mean if you insist. I don't know why I said that. You can ignore that. No stream team. Um, Brother. Oh, hi. Hola, hola. Gracias por el follow. Follow, arigato. Ah, voy a asumir que sabes español por el nombre. Hirogaru. Controller cam is basically crotch cam. You can. True. Yeah. Hablas español. Vamos. En el título pongo ESP, ENG, JP. Español, inglés, japonés. Espengo de aquí más. Alright, Kakudai. Hirogaru. Fingers white. The connection with the previous character is very close. Beware. It's the same. Look at this. Look at this. Same thing. There's just gonna be some random ass small fucking nuance difference. A ver, si aprendo japonés ya que es un poco, pero dejé ir a las clases por problemas. It's like, mire y mire. Yeah. But that's like more common, right? Actually, the one I know the more is this. It's also normal. Pues sí, mira, yo estoy aquí todos los días. Es decir, lo que... Mientras que uno le ponga empeño, aunque sea 10, 15, 20 minutos todos los días, poco a poco uno va aprendiendo, ¿eh? Um, Dependiendo de la metodología que uno use. Es más, si hay, si a ti te gusta algo así como el anime y ese tipo de cosas, o VTubers que estamos hablando, uno puede simplemente ver una cantidad tremenda de eso, ir tomando, si eso, de vez en cuando apuntes, mirando palabras de vez en cuando en el diccionario, habiendo hecho un poco de estudio previo de gramática y de todo, y puede ir entendiendo mucho, ¿eh? Ir pillando mucho. Así que hay un montón de maneras de eso. Pero si yo estoy aquí todos los días, voy a ir haciendo las cosas, principalmente en inglés, así que eso. Ay, ここまでスペイン語の話。なんかね、スペイン語と英語と日本語で、話せませんね、同時に。ちょっと、配信で難しいね。なんか今、何の言語で話さればいいかな、と思います。と思いますというか、いつも考えています。ね。広がる。To broaden. Hirogaru. Cuando me pongas a hablar en japonés, no te preocupes, que principalmente estoy explicando lo que te acabo de explicar en español. Pero también es... alternar entre español, inglés y japonés es difícil. Yeah, like... See, now I'm back to English. Switching from all three languages, it's hard to maintain, like, some balance. But yeah, broaden, I guess. I'll probably have to look up. I'll probably have to look up the nuances and stuff later. Also, low key, like, since you're talking about VTubers and learning from them and stuff, following them on Twitter is a godsend. You pick up a random tweet, like every day, that isn't too obvious, like fucking Corona that just writes 21 or 22 for like 9 or 10 JST, right? That they're writing something. So you try to read it first, see how much you can gather, and then you click translate and see how much. Or like sometimes the translation will be completely wrong because they don't know what they're lacking context and all other things. And catching on that is great. Like Twitter low key is actual good reading practice. It's not gonna be the highest quality. You get too lazy to. You keep instantly clicking translate. Yeah, that's a really bad habit. Like also how I tend to start using the extension a lot sometimes when they see like there's a wall of text and it's like let me just do this or copy and paste into the bell, you know. It happens. わかるわかる。そういうこともよくありますよね。はい、この本、ここまで。次、メモから覚えましょう。はい、ここから。I should really organize these fucking... How you finished that game? I did. I finished it on day 35th. 34? 33? 33. You stopped after the verb. I let me be honest with you. So when I started learning Japanese 4 years ago. I learned hiragana, katakana, and like five basic kanji, and I stopped. I started some really basic taikin of like datta, janai, janakatta. Super basic ass shit. I think I looked over the first few Genki pages. Um, no progress. Here and there, I actually over the 3 years, I really internalized hiragana and katakana. Whenever I try to read and try to write it, I did a lot of like really basic practice, and it's like super internalized for me. Like hiragana and katakana is super internalized. So that's great. Last year, I went really serious again for like a month or two. And actually, the first time on that span of 3 years, I stopped after the when I hit verb conjugation. On those first 3 years, on Taikim, I stopped there as well. Like, oh, what the fuck? Last year, when I finally picked it up, I did go slightly over that. I did get past that a bit more. But like 3 months ago, when I decided to do Taikim super seriously and I finished the book, it's it's a massive difference. It's so big because understanding the different conjugations and the different nuances and things that they're doing is so because you can still understand the basic verb, right? Like taberu, taberareru, tabeteru, tabeta, tabereba. It's all tabe something, and you cannot, oh, they're talking about eating or something relating to it. But knowing like all of those conjugations, all of the possible ones, like the advanced ones, right? On like more advanced grammar, like I actually um took notes of everything in Taikim. Right, it really does, like it really is 2 months ago when I really felt like I was starting to understand Japanese, as in everything was clicking, and now it's just a matter of expanding vocabulary a lot, just doing a fuck ton of immersion. Like it really does help though. Like finishing the entire book helps. There are some chapters that you can skip though, like straight up. Um, for example, oh no, that's important. That's important. I usually take 30 minutes to an hour reading just kanji and studying grammar. Yeah, no, I understand. It's not necessary to study grammar that much. Like there are people that have had great success just by listening a lot and then trying to speak it a lot. Like if you know Dogen, right, on YouTube, he did like that. Matt versus Japan and some others like where they just watch a lot. Um, they didn't try to speak as much, but yeah, I get it. Like doing immersion, just it's way much more fun and much more engaging than grammar. To me personally, grammar did help me, but you can see that my method of studying is a lot of writing, writing it, really internalize it, and then applying it. I mean, my personal recommendation is do finish the book. Um, because there are a lot of things that maybe one doesn't fully realize or fully grasp until like they see them. Like for example, humble and honorific forms you don't need. You don't really need those because you're not gonna use them. You're gonna speak on normal keigo. You're not gonna use ten or anything. Yeah, no, that's. I mean, when it comes to manga, maybe this is me, but Twitter also helps. Then they go tango, yeah, tango, not go tango. For example, there's this. Let me show it here on stream real quick. So those kind of tweets are around that you can find. So it's just small, super small manga, right? Sometimes, and that you can read it straight up and try to read it. In this case, this one has a lot of uh, kurigana, なんだっけ? I think it's a kurigana, which also helps a lot. So like if you find one of these on Twitter and you just sit down and try to read it, it will also help. Right? And you keep going down and there's more and more pages. Um, in this case, this one has a lot of kurigana, but usually they don't, right? So also another way that Twitter kind of helps and stuff. But yeah. Again, I want to try the ones with. But yeah. Anyway, I do personally recommend grammar, but it's not strictly necessary. Like by full immersion and stuff, you will get it anyway. The Bob Japanese music is pretty good. Oh, understandable. Try the ones with, unless you like flipping through dictionaries. So the ones with like the Ghana thing. I mean, I personally don't mind looking up kanji. I'm kind of used to. um, because there's this search by radical thing, and if I get really desperate, I just kind of write it here, like the one we just did, for example, right? Oh, there it is. See? Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, yeah, that's how you start. Just like the first time I picked up a light novel, it took me to get through the intro like 7 hours because every single line of text had like two, three, four kanji I didn't know. Like even if I already knew the word because I heard it a lot, like Japanese is such a beast. There's so many things to read, like pitch accent, like the proper pronunciation, cause, on the tempo as well, and all the kanji. It's like, yeah, no, learning just to write is just it really helps me memorize personally, but like you don't need it. Like when you're writing here, for example, I don't know, tomodachi. You just kind of go through the bar and it will tell you the different ones. And the moment you recognize it because you're reading it, you click on it, you're good. Writing is just, I like it, it's fun, and it helps me internalize it. You know, there's something on the left side. What left side? What? Yeah. Oh, no. This is another, this is the memo for kanji. I already know these words. This is just one day. Yeah, no, I know. I looked it up. This is, I copied and pasted from my old memo. A long time ago. And on that old memo, I remember the words and the difference from pronunciation and stuff. Um, I internalize it. This is just like learn the goddamn kanji, please. Thanks. No, but yeah, this is the stem. I'm very familiar with it. Don't good. Thanks for the heads up though. But yeah, I think I'll be good. Like I need to clean up these memos. I'm too fucking lazy though. Like I really really need to clean up these memos. I have a fuck ton of words and I probably already know half of them. Yet I have like 50 more on another window of words I should have. Let's just look for fun ones, I guess. Koro? Koro. Fuck it. Okay, let me add it to flashcards. Quarter. Yeah, this one I already know well, so I don't need to do much. Not like you can see it though. I mean, kinda, it's pretty simple. It's like really simple. It almost feels like cheating, so let's not. 締め。仲良く、いや、もうなんか知っていますけど、目指すの、いや、もう、会社、it's, ね、そう。ちょっとこれは線じゃないかな。いや、ちょっと違いますね。They're slightly different read. Yeah, sometimes it gets hard to like pick because every day I pick from this list like two or three, but because I'm not been organizing my memos, some of them like look like a really big pain in the ass to. It actually could be a good one. Actually, curriculum, yeah. Right, 2つ書きます。I'm pretty sure earlier I was talking. I don't think you for the follow, did I? Rhythm. Sorry. Thank you. よろしくお願いします。Or maybe I did, but I just forgot. Alright, Lexi. Aloha, hi. これはI should probably learn Homer at some point, but man, I'm really indecisive today. Owen. Yeah, just let's do this. Like, I already know how to read this, so it feels like a bit like a waste. But Oh well. Oh, and it's like you see this often. お願いしますね。はい。なんか今まで応援してくれてありがとうございます皆さんってことね。よく聞こえますね。配信者から。ちょっとなんで我々の中で誰となんだっけ誰推し推しyeah, I'm not familiar with 推しI've heard it and I should know it like I've seen like artists on Twitter, right, that do like really good fan art, talked about like their Oshi and stuff. Like, what the fuck is it? 'Cause I'm pretty sure it's Osh, right? Oshi, Osh, Osh. Because you don't really pronounce the E, because it's probably the voiced. If I had to take a wild guess. And now I'm forgetting to do the. This is going awful. This is going absolutely awful. Thank you. Yeah, good stuff. We'll call it good enough. I'll practice it tomorrow. Uh, the good thing about these though is that even if it doesn't get fully internalized today, tomorrow I can just write it a bunch more, and by like the day after that, if not 2 or 3 days, it'll be internalized. Um, yeah, let's just. Oh yeah, but let's delete it. So I have another memo for this, in which I pick words from this. Without kanji, I remember them, so I can do more listening. Because if I had to learn every single word through kanji alone, I'd I'd be studying Japanese for fucking ever. Not like I'm. Let's be honest. I'm probably gonna be studying Japanese for fucking ever, but I'll be able to communicate faster. God damn it. And I'll be able to listen to things more often. And then once I can properly talk and properly listen to things like really, really well, I can then focus a lot of my reading by playing games or something and go nuts. And then I'll just be at the point of Japanese I want probably. But that's gonna take what 10 years, and that's being optimistic. That's the word. ものすごい。下がると上がる。なんか、もう知ってますけどさ。上がる。いや、上がる is intransitive だ。下がる。Both are intransitive? Come on. 下げる、下がる。下げる。There we go. 下げる、上げる。Not to be confused with to give, right? And it's あげる, not あげる. あげる. あげる, 下げる. Okay. Sure. The problem is this. It can also mean to like give. Okay. Right. Oh, I'm on hide right now. ちょっと。Yeah. Anyway, I get it. To erase or elevate. That's higher. In this case, I'm just talking about putting something higher or lower. That's it. That's right now what I'm concerned about. To lower. Bring that. I worry about 減塩もしてます。もうしてますですよね。減塩 I'm pretty sure I already know 減塩 or that I already added 減塩 yeah, but my problem is I cannot delete these because I'm not copying them to the other memo so that I can learn how to write them. I hate the way I organize some things sometimes. 建前本音誠 There must be some old as. Yeah, I really, really need to organize my memo. Someone remind me to do that tomorrow. The problem is if you're reminding me through stream, that means that I didn't do it already. Alright, sure, you know what? Fuck it. Let's learn these. Tenko, transferring schools, right? Changing school. Tense, reincarnation. Gyakute. As in, a comeback, really. Such anime. なんか、こういうことはね、すごくアニメらしいね。ですよね。まあ、なんか、転生ね。転生したら、スライムだったっけんというアニメから聞こえましたね。見ました。転生。ちょっと。平凡ですよね。まあ、I don't want to change. This, thank you. Tenko. Yeah, screw it. We're doing these. They're organized by 10, by the way, so that I remember that soon TM. 開けて。Oh, hi, hi, hi. Yep. So, hey, everyone, right? Yep. Okay. はい、ということで終わりました。なんか今日ここまでもうすぐ5001時からなんかちゃんと寝ないといけません。はい、だから今日の配信を終わりたいと思います。はい。Whoops. You like non me? There you go. Bye. Yeah, so it's late, it's 1 a.m. I should really go to bed, so I'm gonna call it a day. はい、見に来てくれてありがとうございます。なんか、アメリカ人などね、など、職まで付き合ってくれてありがとうございます。それと、おやすみなさい。はい。お疲れ様。Yeah, gonna call it a day. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it.